Grace and peace, everybody. We are back. Y'all, this story just keeps giving. I truly have no idea how this story just can keep giving us so much content. This story is like a never-ending well. It is the golden goose of content. My goodness, in the morning. Let me tell you a story. As a school teacher, there's instances where children will do something to you and you just want to, you can't discipline them because they're not your children and whatnot like that. And you just you want to find a way. You want to get your get back, if you will. Teachers will do something like line the kids up for recess in alphabetical order, knowing that the kid that, kicked them in the hallway or whose mom called him and cussed him out because the kid said something crazy to him. That kid's last name is like Zimmerman. So you just line all the kids up from A to Y and they're going out and you let them go play and you can let the other kids sit and rot or line them up by birth dates or, teachers just find petty ways to do stuff because you know that you're going to let the kid go play. You want the kid to go play because you got all this extra energy, little Johnny or little Sally. We want you to go play because you need to go burn off some of the energy. But you also like, man, you're the one that told your mom or your dad came up here to the office cussing me out or whatever like that. So you kind of want to get a pound of flesh. And so you might say, line them up based upon everybody who's turning their homework or you have to read for 10 minutes before you go outside or something like that. Recess after lunch, anything like that. Anything. You just come up with some kind of way to get back. Because at the end of the day, when the smoke clears, you're going to let that kid go outside. And I truly believe that Brigitte Macron, and I've said it before, I do believe this is a woman. She should have given, and we've all said it. Why don't they just do the gender reveal, the sex test, whatever they call it? Why don't they just do that and it'll be over with and everything will be good? I personally think, this is my thought, I personally think they've been wanting to punish Candace and drag her into at least $1 million worth of wasted income. Because see, all the onus would be on the Macrons to actually reveal the gender. So they're going to have to go get the blood test. They're going to have to get the scientists, the doctors, whatever, and such of that nature. So I personally think, because we've said this 1,000 times. If we go through my comment section, we've said it 1,000 times, if not 100,000 times. Why don't they just do a sex test, a DNA test, give them some blood, all that kind of stuff like that? Well, I think they just want to drag her into and make her just wait and just sit there. She had to have that dismissal written up after she said she wouldn't look to have it dismissed. She's just going to drag it out, just drag it out, slow drag. They have the money to do it. They're able to handle it. This is as the heavy metal lawyer said, this is a war where your soldiers are dollars, and they know they got more dollars than Candace. That's just it. No other way around it. There's no other way to make it anything else. So they're just dragging her through this, and there's no other way around it. She's just getting drugged. So let's talk about it. Let's bring it in. I got 2 articles to talk about, and we're going to get out of here. This was a very quick, I saw this. I said, oh, let me jump on this real quick and get your thoughts on it. So let me do this. Hopefully I can do this correctly. And there we go. Let's go. This picture is so wild, man. Y'all gonna have a laugh. Like, why is she looking like this? Why'd y'all get that woman looking like that? All right. So this is gonna put like why did she drag this out? She knew she was just gonna turn around and do a blood test. Why did she do this? I think she just wanted to just drag Candace out. Just say, oh, you want to call me a man? That's fine. We're going to just drag you out. Brigitte Macron will prove she's a woman with photographic evidence, says lawyer. We don't need photographs, my guy. We do not want photographs. Okay, let's just tell you that right now. What happened? Brigitte Macron, the 72-year-old wife of French President Emmanuel Macron, is pursuing a defamation case against American commentator Candace Owens over claims that she was born a man. Who's involved? Of course, we know this is Brigitte, Emmanuel Macron, respectfully, Candace Owens, and Macron's attorney, Tom Clare. I wonder why they don't list Candace's attorneys. Where it took place, the lawsuit was filed on July 23rd, 25, in the Superior Court in the state of Delaware. Key quote, "It is a process that she will have to subject herself to a very public way. She is firmly resolved to do what it takes to set the record straight." Tom Clare. Impact. The case raises questions about free speech, digital misinformation, and international jurisdiction in U.S. courts. I mean, that's a great question. I don't think she has to. I don't think she has to, friend. And I agree with you. I just think if the matter was that important, I think I thought it would have been easier just to go ahead and go get the blood tests, prove that she's a female, and the party's over with. But I really think it's meant to sink Candace's finances. I just think so. I mean, this is going to be money wasted. It's going to be a money burn that Candace doesn't want. I mean, who would want to spend $1 million in this case? But let us continue. France's First Lady, Brigitte Macron, plans to present a Delaware Superior Court with scientific and photogenic evidence proving that she is a biological female as part of the defamation lawsuit filed against commentator Candace Owens. I need a lawyer to explain to me, will that be sufficient? Because, we got that big high hill or the bar of malice. Can they prove that Candace was malicious in her reporting? Can they prove that Candace intentionally knew the information, but yet chose to go in a different direction and use it, and report differently? That's what I don't know. Filed in July, the lawsuit comes in response to numerous claims made by Owens that the 72-year-old was born a man named Jean-Michel Trogneau. I'm starting to sound French, y'all. I'm working on it. I'm from the south side of France. Tom Clare, an attorney representing Brigitte Macron and French President Emmanuel Macron, whom Brigitte began dating when he was 15 and she was 39, says the legal team will be submitting expert testimony that will come out that will be scientific in nature, and that they will also prove genetically that the allegations made by Owens are false. It is the process that she will have to subject herself to this very public way. She's firmly resolved to do what it takes to set the record straight, he said. Oh my gosh. The attorney added the images of Brigitte Macron pregnant and raising her children would be also presented in court. Oh, now this is different. Hold on. Now this is something we hadn't seen yet. Oh, now this could change the game. So I wonder if they say, look, Judge, here's pictures of her pregnant with the baby bump, raising the children. Would that be sufficient? She would not need to do the gender reveal and the pictures. Oh man. This is interesting. Okay. Meanwhile, Owens has pushed against the lawsuit, with her legal team arguing that it is a publicly motivated attempt to suppress free speech. They described the case as baseless defamation suit and a violation of U.S. constitutional protections for journalists. Last night, we had that conversation about whether or not Candace is a journalist. She never finished college. She does not have a degree or any advanced certificates in journalism. She does journalistic things, though. So is she a journalist, or is she just a person that does journalistic things? So, and also, I think we all can agree, yes, we have freedom of speech. However, we don't have freedom of consequences. And saying something that is wrong doesn't mean that, well, you can just claim freedom of speech. I don't think that that's going to work. So we're going to see. The lawsuit filed in Delaware accuses Owens of promoting a campaign of global humiliation through her podcast and social media posts. Owens had previously stated that she would stake her entire professional reputation on her claims about the French First Lady. I mean, she did say that. She did say that. Owens' legal team has filed motions to dismiss the case, citing jurisdictional and procedural challenges under the U.S. defamation law. If the person allegedly defamed is considered a public figure, they must demonstrate that the person who made the false statements acted as with actual malice. That's what I'm saying. I don't know. Whew, that malice bar is kind of high. It is a high bar. So I don't know. That's that part I need to know. This legal standard requires proving that the defamer either knew the statement was false or had a reckless disregard for whether it was true or false. I personally think they hit the bar because they sent Candace information that Candace picked apart and said, no, this isn't right, or Chinese spyware, software, whatever. So I don't know. Oh my gosh, man, this is gonna be crazy. Hey, real quick, let's look at this last one we got here. 9 News. Macron's give scientific evidence proving Brigitte is a woman in defamation case. All right, the French president and his wife are preparing to submit scientific and photogenic evidence to a court to prove Brigitte is a woman. France's first couple will provide the material. And real quick, because a lot of people say, well, she sued those journalists in France and they won. No, they didn't win arguing whether or not Brigitte was a woman or a man. They won a defamation case because initially the Macron's won. They appealed. The journalists appealed it, and the appellate court overturned the original defamation, having a free speech to say that I think so and so is a man or I think so and so is a woman. That is what they won. They never did prove whether or not Brigitte was a man or a woman. That's actually never been proven. France's first couple will provide the material as part of a defamation case they have launched against U.S. conservative influencer Candace Owens, who has claimed Brigitte was born a man. The Macron's lawyer, Tom Clare, told the BBC the claims had been terribly upsetting to the couple and had been a distraction for the French president. I mean, France is in trouble right at the moment. So there she is. I just think it looks like a lady, man. Not a lady man, but a lady. It just looks like an older woman. Owens' legal team has responded with a motion to dismiss the claims. Claire says that there will be an expert testimony that will come out that will be scientific in nature. It will show both genetically and specifically that the allegations are false. It is incredibly upsetting to think that you have to go and subject yourself to put this type of proof forward, he said. It is a process that she will have to subject herself to in a very public way, but she's willing to do it. She's firmly resolved to do what it takes to set the record straight. The evidence may also include photos of Brigitte pregnant and raising her children. To me, that should be the first thing y'all lead with. I hope y'all lead with that. Lead with a pregnant Brigitte and children, and ask the judge, is that sufficient? If that's sufficient, then you don't have to do the rest, I think. If there are court standards and regulations, said Claire. Okay, man, they went way back in the Wayback Machine on Candace, man. Come on now. She don't look like that now. That's messed up. In March, Owens revived an absurd conspiracy theory that the YouTube video titled, "Is France's First Lady a Man?" according to the lawsuit filed in the Delaware Superior Court. Promoted widely on X, Owens said the conspiracy theory was likely the biggest scandal in political history. Since then, Owens has produced numerous videos about Brigitte Macron and her nearly 4.5 million YouTube subscribers, including a multi-part series called Becoming Brigitte. The lawsuit further claims she has also sold merchandise promoting the claim. Right? The lawsuit further claims she has sold merchandise promoting the claim. Okay. Yeah, I understand what they're saying. That's a strange sentence. I personally think the only reason the Macrons are doing this is because they knew it. And I asked this question a long time ago. What if the Macrons were just waiting to get them in court and they walk in with Maury Popovich and say, you are the woman, and just drop the paperwork on them and Candace has wasted all of this money in that meantime. And what? Shout out to MT. Thank you for the $2 super. That is a messed up picture. I ain't gonna leave a lie. I mean, I don't like Candace. After this week, I really am not. I don't like Candace, but my goodness, in the morning, I can at least tell you that's not a good picture of her. I mean, yeah. She's come a long way. Remember that? What commercial was that from the 90s? You've come a long way, baby. I want to say it's like a Coca-Cola or Pepsi ad. And she's come a long way. Let's just give her credit for that. Shout out. Thank you for the $2 super. She does. That's why I said I thought it was interesting. They don't mention Candace's lawyers because her lawyers are Jewish, which I think is crazy work. That's nasty work. That is some nasty work. That she got Jew. Like, really? Yes, please, girl dad. Cooking up some deliciousness. Hit that like button if you haven't done it already. Help a brother out. Okay, so I truly think the Macrons are just wasting Candace's money. I don't think it's a PR stunt. I think I'm going to get my get back. I'm going to get my get back. You sat there, you made shirts, you made hats, you did all that stuff. Not a problem. Because now people have bought it. So it's out there in the zeitgeist. People got it. And now we're going to walk in here about a bang, prove that she's a woman, and all that stuff is going to look really stupid. But the bad thing is look at how Candace moves. I don't think anything short of like a monetary punishment is going to stop her. Where serious dollars are being lost because she's got to pay her attorney. So let's just say for laughs and giggles, she's already spent $600,000 in attorney fees already. But there needs to be like a significant monetary, if the Macrons win this case and they prove that Brigitte was always a woman and never hasn't been a woman, I think Candace is going to have to come out of some major coin, some major, like the check has got to be heavy because it's got so many zeros on it. It's going to be major coin. Oh no, I'm going to tell you right now, emphatically, ChatGPT is not telling you the truth. She did that. If I tell you how much, you know what? Let's do that. Hey, shout out to y'all. Thank you so much. I'll show you about how much money Candace made yesterday. It's ridiculous. All right. So we are on, let me bring this over here for y'all. We are on what's called Social Blade. Shout out to Social Blade. You can see all of the content creators. And for the most part, Social Blade is right on the money when it comes to your subscribers, when it comes to your views. When it comes to how much money you make, it's a crapshoot. It's not right. But it gives you a good range. It's usually off by about 30%. It usually overestimates by about 30%. That's just my own observation. Okay, so I'll just show you real quick. Yesterday, Wednesday, Candace had almost 10 million views. That's 9.7 million views. Okay. Now she gained 100,000 subscribers yesterday. 100,000 subscribers in a day is crazy. Yesterday, it's theorized that she brought in about $40,000 to $136,000. So zoom out. If you look at for the month, her daily average is about 1.5 million views. Her weekly average is 23 million views. Her monthly average is 48 million. So if you go over here to the side, or you can't see it because this window is there, bang. If you go over to the side, yesterday, she did almost 22 on average. For her weekly average is 322 all the way down to 95. Her 30-day average, 659, as low as 195. Nah, they gonna come and get all that money. They're gonna come and get every stinking dime they can. And I'll leave the link to it. Y'all go check it out. And again, the numbers can be a little bit off because the way YouTube decides how you make your money on YouTube is a little bit It's a little wonky. Let's just say it like that. It's not easy. It's not easy math, but she making bread. Now that's unequivocal. Even if it's off by 30%. I mean, overestimating by 30%. Because mine, I know it's overestimated by about 30. But the views are right on the money. The subscribers, right on them. They got those numbers correct. So you can kind of guesstimate and kind of extrapolate from it. But the for sure enough, what we know is what girl dad said right here. She making some bread. If the Macrons come up in here and say, surprise, it's a girl, have the largest global gender reveal party, Candace is going to pick up that bill. I don't see any way around it. If they hit her with a $10 million judgment, that's going to be crazy. On top of how much she paid for her lawyers. But watch this. What if they already know? They already know they're about to. So Candace knows this, that the Macrons are going to come in with real evidence. And let's just say, for laughs and giggles, the judge does not dismiss this case. Candace is stuck. She's stuck going through the whole process, the voir dire, discovery, all that stuff. And she knows these people got this big old trump card in their back pocket that Brigitte is a woman. And they're just dragging me through this. They're dragging me through this. I'm sorry. That has got to be the most poetic justice on the planet. So, yeah, I don't know how this is going to play out, but this is very interesting. I did not have this on my bingo board at all. I did not. Shout out to MT again. Bless you. Thank you so much for saying this. She's going to have to dance on Charlie's grave for some more to fund the legal defense. Selling shirts won't cut it. Let me tell you right now. And I went to my diaconate meeting this evening. We got some projects at church we're doing. And I was coming home, I was talking to a friend of mine, and I'm like, you do realize that she is defaming, she's not defaming somebody international anymore. She's defaming Charlie Kirk's and his family on U.S. soil in the U.S. Like, like, we're not talking about France anymore. Now, granted, I think she could probably get sued by BB too. Let's just tell the truth. But like, if Turning Point decides to drop the hammer on her and drag her into court again because of this, I don't think she would have been. Somebody should have said it. Somebody said it earlier. Like, she needs to be quiet. Yep, here you go. Bill Ackman did the same thing. He let her come out with that fake information, and after that, he rebuked her with evidence. See? Shout out to Bougie. They are going to collect all that money and shut cancer. They're going to collect all that t-shirt money for sure. And see, she makes money other ways. She's got, and oh my gosh, man, think about all of her sponsors. And now they are being attached to this. Oh my gosh. She has her husband's money. That's true. That's true. But you do remember her husband's company is being sued as well. So that husband's money can be included in, because he's a financier of her project of the Candace podcast. They you know what I said, $10 million. Maybe they roll up there and say it was $20 million defamation. And they say, y'all got enough money, break us off 30. I can't see that wouldn't happen. Yeah, I mean, let's see. There's a lot of good conversation in there. Thank y'all so much, everybody who's jumped in. Yeah, and a lot of people are saying this. Thank you so much, Mary. Are you marijuana? Are you trying to say marijuana? Mary, I see Joanna. I'm gonna let you go. She said, Candace diverted attention from Charlie to her, and I am so angry. I mean, truly, I think she knows that because the funeral is going to be Sunday, it's going to probably be the largest funeral that we've seen in quite some time. It wasn't like a U.S. president. It's going to probably be up there. I just can't think of anybody who's passed away that is going to garner this much attention that Sunday is going to have. So this week, she's like scrambling to get her information out there because it's going to get deluged with information and such like that and attention on Arizona when Charlie's laid to rest. So I think really she's just trying to get as many eyes on her as possible. But man, hey, if they roll up at Turning Point and Erica Kirk roll up and sue her, let me tell you who will not be upset and who will not be surprised. Me. Yeah, at least 10. I mean, it's going to be wild. Social Blade only includes what? YouTube analytics. So it's just literally looking at, your views. It makes a guesstimate for how much you make per 1 million views. So it's true. That's what I'm saying. Like it's truly not the best gauge, but it's at least I don't want to say a ballpark. It's at least in the parking lot of the ballpark, if you will. So it doesn't take into account super chats or anything of that nature. If you get a lot of super chats or super thanks, memberships, and of course, how much sponsors and advertisers are paying to be on your page. It doesn't know all that stuff because it's all like something that YouTube knows, and YouTube doesn't share that information with third-party analytics. I can't disagree with you. I cannot. Says this. What's Patrick say? Sorry, not sorry, but she deserves everything she gets. I can't disagree. What does Lightspeed say here? They probably didn't want to because it felt it was invasive, humiliating. And why should they have to prove anything to Candace Owens? I didn't think that Candace would take it to this level. I did think, well, no, I knew that they weren't going to go this far. I knew it was going to go this far. But I do agree with you. I do think it's evasive and all that kind of stuff like that. I don't think that you have to prove a negative. Why do you have to prove something if I'm accusing you of it? I should have to prove myself for why it isn't, why what I'm saying is true. Not you have to submit yourself to my falsehood and try to disprove my falsehood. That's crazy. But I digress. What's going on? But I do think that it's kind of crazy. But I knew it was going to get here. I knew we were going to get to a case. I knew that something was going to happen. I knew that the dismissal shenanigans was going to happen. I knew that. I still thought that we were going to make it to a trial, like a voir dire. We got jury seated and the whole nine. But please understand, as the heavy metal lawyer said that came in 2 weeks ago, he said, this is a war where the soldiers are dollars and the Macrons just have more soldiers. That's just going to be it. And Candace is not going to be able to keep up with that. And this could be a war of attrition. They could drag this out. I believe he even said, like, this could go on 3 years. If this went to the full limit of 3 years and gets passed to the jury, can you imagine the price that would probably be? It would probably be something astronomical. Probably be something insane. It just wouldn't even make sense. Make your eyes go crazy. Like 3-year law. I mean, a 3-year court case. That's crazy. So shout out Copeland in the building. What's going on, Copeland? Now, hold on now, Copeland. I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what you missed. And I'm going to make sure I have it ready here for you. I got it here for you. Copeland, I got a question for you. Did you hit that like button? If you hit that like button, help your boy out. I'll let you know what happened. All right. So Brigitte Macron, she is going to prove that she's a woman with photographs and evidence, says the lawyer, and says her lawyer. And they're going to do a blood test, the DNA test, the sex test, as Piers Morgan calls it. I really think they just want to drag her down. I just think they want it because they could have did this 2 months ago. They could have done this so long ago. And I'm here for it, though. I'm glad they didn't do it, but they could have done it a long time ago. And now they just want to drag her into it. So shout out to you, Copeland. Yes, that's what I just want to talk about it real quick and give y'all an update on it. And after that, after this past week, MT says, I hope that the Macrons take everything she has. Not even allowing her family to grieve is evil. Like we're going to talk about that tomorrow. But and on Saturday, and then we'll watch. I'm doing a watch party here on the Jay Witt podcast. We'll watch the memorial service for Charlie Kirk on Sunday here. Yeah. Personally, I think Candace Owens has positioned herself to probably be the most despised woman on social media. I honestly don't think that anybody is as despised as Candace Owens is right now. I mean, I can't. I mean, there's some politicians that a lot of people don't like. I'm like, you know what? I could put up with that person today. I can't put up with Candace. So no, I think she's literally put herself in a position where she is probably the most despised woman on social media. I could be wrong, but I don't think by much. If she's not the most, she's within the top 5. But I need to know who the other 5 are, the other 4 are, for real. There's no limit. I don't know. I don't know what the problem is. Can you imagine that, though? Can you imagine they already do the blood test? Okay, watch this. So they go do the blood test, and you know that the judge has seen the blood test, and it says, congratulations, you're a woman. You've always been a woman. You were born a woman, and you never have not been a woman. But they don't settle the case. So y'all go in there, you say, hey, you put your hat in your hand, you say, do you want to settle? And they're like, oh, no. We're about to go all the way to the end. We're going to take this all the way to the limit. And you have to sit there and go through court knowing that they've already proven you wrong. I think the only thing is, I think the judge can throw it out and say, okay, there's no reason to go any further. We know you're a woman. And the judge just says, this case, it makes it, I think it's called a summary judgment. Don't quote me on that. So please don't clip that. Okay. But I think the judge could say, okay, look, all the evidence is here. Even if we don't bring a jury in here to look at this, because the jury is going to come up with the exact same thing. This is a woman. You're wrong. You're going to get hit with a fee. Congratulations. You're a girl. And then just hit her with whatever the fine is or whatever the judgment is. But that's the only saving grace. Like literally, I think the judge is the saving grace here. Because if they're willing to do this, that means that they knew that she was always a woman. And as I said before, it didn't make sense for them to file a lawsuit and sue if they knew that dude looks like a lady. So shout out for real. This is going to be so wild. I might actually watch Candace Owens tomorrow just to see how off the hinge she is about this, because she's going to be probably catching it. It's not Mary Jane? I'm sorry. Well, 1, I don't have my glasses on because they're right there in front of me. But 2, it's not like, what are you trying to say there? We still friends though, right? So the scoop, Juju B, is that Brigette Macron is going to go get a sex test, a gender reveal test, whatever she even went and said she's going to take pictures. We don't want that. We don't want that. But they're going to do a DNA test. And we've been kind of speculating on, well, why are they doing it now? And I personally believe that they're doing it to just drag Candace and waste her money. I wouldn't do it like this, but as I told you before, they got to get a get back. They got to get a get back on the fact that you made us, you embarrassed us. You humiliated us by saying that this woman was a man and carrying this story out even after we told you, you know what? We're going to sue you, and then we're going to drag the case out and just let it sit and just let you rot and hang out there on the vine until we come and get you. So that's what's going on. And by the way, both of these articles are in the description of the video, so you can go check them out on your own as well. Y'all stop. She told Charlie's pastor to shut up and called his operation mocking pastor. She's obsessed. Also, the pastor was in Korea with Charlie just a week ago. Candace is on some other stuff, man. Candace is on some other stuff that I can't give her any grace. All right, what is MC again? Thank you so much, man, for the very kind $5 super. After her response to Charles Pastor 2, I hope Ackerman sues her. I don't even like Netanyahu, but I hope he sues her. I hope the mailman sues her. Not the mailman. Not the mailman. Yo, so if you remember Prince, the musician from Minneapolis, he had a song called Pop Life. And there's a verse in there. Is the mailman jerking you around? Did he put your $1 million check in somebody else's box? And so we've had the same mailman for probably 10 years, I guess. And whenever I catch him putting stuff in my mailbox, I'm like, oh, is today the day you put my $1 million check in my mailbox? And he would say something like, I'm not jerking you around, but no check today. So I just think that's funny. But yeah, man, hey, Candace is probably going to meet a lot of lawsuits, quite a few. That's all I can think about. Because Bill Ackman, as far as I know, he does sue a lot. So I've heard he's pretty litigious. So there's that. If the Macron case is allowed to go on in Delaware, and you have a foreign entity suing in U.S. court, and they keep it in Delaware too, she better watch out, because BB probably gonna do one too. I would. If I was BB, I would sue her. As soon as I get everything quelled down in Israel, as soon as I can get some time to breathe, I'm suing your backside. Even, I guess he can sue even when he's out of office. Yeah, you know, I mean, there's a 2-year statute of limitations here in the United States. Not everybody. Everybody gonna sue her. Right, we're gonna do some Umar Johnson lawsuits, brothers and sisters. Thank you, Future. Y'all hit that like button, help your brother out. We should sue Candace. Well, I mean, hey. Now, I can't read Aquila. I don't know why. I just like calling Copeland. I don't know why. But Aquila Copeland, thank you so much. I wonder how long it will take for Candy to start wearing a tinfoil hat. No, she's wearing it now. Everything she does is tinfoil. That whole chicanery about the intervention at the Hamptons, and I'm sorry, everything she talk about is tinfoil. I don't know how bad Alex Jones used to be in his heyday, but to me, Candace is probably right up there. I think she's right up there. However bad Alex Jones, and think about it, y'all, think about it. Alex Jones was sued because of Sandy Hook. Now, again, there were some strange things that happened with Sandy Hook. I agree. But nobody could deny that those children lost their lives and those adults lost their lives. That was unequivocal. And the things that Alex Jones was saying got him sued. What, $50 million? How much was he? It was some crazy number. I'm sorry. You at least that. Like, how in the world? How much was Alex Jones? But what? Y'all let this man get sued for $1.5 billion. Alex Jones was ordered to pay a combined total of nearly $1.5 billion in defamation damages across 2 separate lawsuits through the Sandy Hook families in Connecticut and Texas. Y'all, 1.5? What is wrong? Good gracious, man. Dang. She cooked. If that's how much. I'm sorry. She cooked. $1.5 billion. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's what it's called? Okay, so yeah, I personally think that though I wanted to go all the way out to the limit to the jury But if they come back with pictures of her pregnant, pictures of her raising her kids, and a DNA test or a DNA test, the judge is going to probably say, you know what? You cooked, Candace. You got your checkbook? Go ahead and start writing. Go ahead and start writing. I'll tell you when to stop. What else? Like, there's no other way around this. I can't wait to see her tomorrow. I can't wait. It would be, okay, so if they come in and say, hey, we want to settle, and the Macrons will say, well, you know, we had to pay our law firm, $10 million. And we had to come over here to the States several times. So, and this, that, and the other, and pain and suffering and humiliation. Yeah, we'll settle for like $48 million. And if I'm not mistaken, and if they turn it down, if Candace says, oh no, I'm not going to take $48 million, let's take it to a jury, not a problem. If they get hit and they lose, the fact that they turned down $48 million will come into play. So that's so crazy, man. If this woman comes up with if she come in here with a DNA test, that old school Maury Povich, you are the father, you are the mother. It's, oh my gosh. Yeah, this is going to be a wild story. Thank y'all so much for jumping in. What we got here? I argue that I think she's always been like this. And maybe we'll do a whole episode. If you go back and watch, she's always been like this. It just so happened that a lot of the things that she was doing were conservative, Republican, right-leaning adjacent. And so we were willing to kind of turn a blind eye to some of the stuff that she was doing, saying, and such, because she was doing and saying it toward our political, ideological enemies. So she was like, she acting kind of weird, but it's toward a leftist. Or she's acting kind of strange, but it's toward a Democrat. But we didn't realize that she had been doing the same thing just a few years ago when she was a liberal. I don't think Candace has ever not been a liberal. I know a lot of people would be mad about that. Oh, she supported Trump. Oh, she went to Blexit. Oh, she was at Turning Point. Look at her body of work and just listen to what she talks about. Listen to how she presents it. Listen how she deals with opposition and it's such of that nature. I think deep down inside, she still was a liberal. That's my little take. My name is Jason. I can be wrong. But I think when she got married to George, and because of the form of Catholicism that he practiced, really might have pushed her over the edge. I'll give you that for sure. But I think she was already dancing on the curb of the edge, if you will. What is going on, Thought Patrick? Bless you. Thank you so much. We need gender. It's going to be it's going to be an intergalactic gender reveal party. I promise you, man. They better roll Maury out of there. They better have the pink and the blue confetti. It better be everything we need. It better not be a little newspaper article. I want fanfare. I better have the blue angels flying over. I want, I need all of it. I need it all. That's what I need. Blue angels flying over with pink exhaust. I need monster trucks. I need 21 gun salute. It better be all the drama that we expected. And y'all can give Candace the bill. I can't see any reason why she would be happy with her life. Nah, the more I think about the way she's treating Erica Kirk, the wife of your best friend, like, just let that settle in. Like, let that settle in. Candace keeps saying that Charlie was her best friend, blah, blah, blah. The wife of your best friend, you don't even let her mourn before you start coming up with some really crazy stories. Insulting her pastor, that's some nasty work. That's some high level nasty work. All she had to do was take her glass and have it tested from a restaurant. I agreed with Candace on this actually, but obviously they got blood work, so maybe they got a female relative. See, I that's what I'm expecting Candace to roll out with. Truth be told, Michelle, like, what else do you need to do? Like, if they come back with a blood test, are we to assume that everybody is like? At some point, you're gonna have to say, like, what are you going to be satisfied with? And I actually asked that question, like, do you want it to be like filmed? Like, what else do we need in order to say, okay, we agree, Candace, you're wrong. Brigitte Macron is a female. Like, what do we need in order to say that's it? Because it just seemed like, because I said this before, they were going to do that. Then they'll roll up and say, well, oh, how do we know it was her blood? How do we know it was really her? Maybe it was her daughter. I don't know what else to do then. I don't think her priest needs to. I don't think her priest will call her. I know my church would. What does Future say this? Her priest needs to call her and sit her all the way down. My church would have me under church discipline. She is way past uncharitable. She is being vile and hateful. No question about it. And sadly, I don't think they're going to do that. Let's keep this dance going. Yeah, y'all saying BB should sue. I don't disagree with that. Okay, so this is something else I want y'all to think about. Michelle says here, must be pregnancy hormones. There are quite a few ladies that have commented that because Candace has had so many children back to back to back to back, she has 4 children under the age of 6, I think it is. That's a lot of kids. That's a lot of hormonal imbalance and such like that. I'm just wondering, will she come up with and say that she has, what is it called, pregnancy brain? Will she say that? Will she come out and say she has a hormonal imbalance, hence caused her to behave and act like this? I'm just wondering. But I mean, I've heard tons of ladies say that, and it's probably more true than false. I don't know. Wow, over 100. Hey, if the judge says you hits her with $100 million judgment, I am perfectly fine with that. I do think we all need to get a cut. We deserve something. Yeah, 1.5 billion is crazy. How y'all let that man get that? Y'all should have told that man, sit his happy self down and repent, put his hat in his hand. 1.5 billion is crazy work. Now, I don't think Candace is that egregious, because there were children that Alex Jones was, children's families that Alex Jones was I'll say verbally torturing. So 1.5 is kind of wild, but I'm not mad at him. So yeah. And I heard he's like he still hasn't paid it. I mean, he's going to bankruptcies and so on and so forth. So yeah, $1 billion with the B. With a B. That's crazy. Goodness gracious, man. How you get talk about your mouth writing a check that your butt can't cash. That is crazy work. Oh, really? If the Blake Lively lawsuit was $400 million, BB should sue for $1 billion. Wow. Dang. Okay. Well, she said that they don't have $5 million, because that's what it was estimated just to pursue the lawsuit was going to be $5 million. And she said she didn't have $5 million. So if we're talking, and y'all already hitting her with $100 million in judgment, so it's going to be rough. Yeah, I think there's definitely a timeline of when it really went off the edge. Mess around with during that the summer of love, 2020. 2020 broke a lot of people. I say it a lot, but it really did. MT, thank you again. What does it say this? She said the New York Post is Mossad. Oh gosh. I hope they sue her. Good gracious, man. Everything, like, these people treat Israel like it's a punctuation mark. Like, you got periods, exclamation point, question mark, the Jews did it. Like, literally every sentence ends with them. Stop it. They're not, leave them alone. Like, and now you in trouble like this, Candace. That's exactly what you get. It's like a punctuation mark. Like, stop, Candace. You know, I never did like her, right? From the get-go. Hey, let me tell you right now, I ain't mad at you. And hear me. I think she came across and presented herself in a way that a lot of people did find her like, oh, she's a breath of fresh air. Like, this is an intelligent person, no question about it. But the veneer wore off. I think she got into a cat fight with somebody. And I was like, oh, I don't like the way she does. Like, wait, what happened? I forgot who it was. I don't know if it was Kim Klasick or I don't know if it was the Cardi B. It was something. I was like, wow, the way you're addressing this situation just seemed really not to match with the way I believed that you came across. And that was when it started hitting me. This person is not who she says she is. I'll remember who it was, but I can't think of who it is at this moment. Because she forever fighting with somebody, if you ever notice that. We want blue, right? Send everybody, since this is like literally an intergalactic gender reveal, the Macrons on Candace's dime should send everybody a pink cupcake. Everybody should get a pink cupcake delivered to their house. See, she's always been a liberal. She's always been. Yeah, no respect. Like, how in the world has Erica become a villain? That's some crazy work. Like, the woman's husband was literally murdered on television, and y'all treat her like she's a villain? What are we talking about here? Hello? Can we get back on the plot? Because I don't think we're on the plot anymore. Yeah, like the doctor is going to come in and testify that he or she did the test and these are the results, and that's a signed affidavit, and they're going to come in and testify that they did it. And it's going to be a long test. It's going to be a long, how did you study the mitochondria? How do you follow the hemoglobins? Blah, 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 blah. Did you really go to this school? What was your third grade spelling test? It's going to be crazy. Oh no, but Candace will never be satisfied. Everybody's going to be bought. And I'm like, well, why did she hire Jewish attorneys if she has such an issue with Jews? Because what are you going to do? Say the Jews conspired to get you? The attorneys that you hired conspired? It doesn't make sense. None of Candace's evidence, Akila says, of them being besties or anything near current. So it seems to me that she's just saying that to try to establish herself as authoritative on the subject. Absolutely, no question there. And I was asking about the text messages. And when you look at text messages, I know you can show it. And I was just wondering, like, why would she not show the date to establish the time for her own audience and such of that nature? Say, hey, this is a text message. It was from June 20th, 2024. And here it is, him, putting in some rap lyrics or whatever like that. Not like those things really were establishing the point that she wanted them to do. I don't think they really did that. But at least, why didn't you just show the dates that they were sent? And you could have gone a little bit above and beyond and say, here's the date of this. I just wonder why she didn't do it. MT Superstar, thank you so much. The fact that she's helping keep the heat off of Antifa too, man. I think we all gonna end up suing Candace. Everybody gonna sue Candace. It's gonna end up happening like that. Everybody's just gonna start throwing some suits at her. MT again, thank you again. They won't be satisfied. Much of the audience is the former QAnon crowd. She used GPS, but thinks space is fake. And that is, that's a big red flag for me. So apparently she thinks that space is fake. And I heard her say that the moon landing was fake. Wow. And another $2 super thank you so much. Crack cocaine is not a hormone. Oh no, did you say that? Oh no, I got to put MT in 0-second timeout. Oh my gosh. I got to put you in 0-second timeout, my guy. That is too funny. You are out of control. I think the general consensus is yes, $500 million. If she gets hit with a $500 million, that's crazy work. She'll have to sell a whole lot of shirts. I don't know. I have no idea how they determine, but if they come out and they hit her with that, this is what I'm saying. Like, shout out to Loyal Love. Like, she does. I really believe it, and I might be going too far. Let me know if you think I'm going too far. It is very possible that Candace Owens is now the most hated person on Twitter or on social media. Am I wrong? Like, what did Loyal Love say? I'm so aggravated by the attack against the friends and people from TPUSA. Her attack I hear, is causing more threats against them. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, this is not going to go well for her image and what she's trying to do, which, by the way, I don't know what she's trying to do because she hasn't been associated with Turning Point USA for some time. Did she think, and to say that you're a foundational member, I don't think she was on the board. I made a mistake yesterday. I thought I said she was on the board. I don't even think she's on the board. So what is that? What did you expect? What are you talking about? Man, yeah. Yeah, she said, I don't have $5 million lying around. She has it stashed somewhere, I suspect, Virgin Island. But she going to have to go get it. She going to have to go get it because if the Macrons roll up in here with congratulations, it's a girl, Candace is going to have to, all you're going to hear is some dollar signs. Just start writing a check until we get tired of you writing it. Right. Shout out to Rose says, as soon as Candace doesn't like what somebody says, they're controlled by Mossad. Absolutely. Like that. This is getting a little bit silly, but that's okay. She gonna find out today. What's going on, Violet? Grace and peace to you, sister. How are you? Outstanding content creator, by the way. If you don't mind, drop your link in the chat so we can let everybody know what you're doing over there. I believe you were working on a project I saw earlier. I didn't get a chance to check it out, though. But shout out to Violet. Thank you so much, Berean Babe. But she just, personally, I think these people like conflict marketing. They like to have something that they're fighting against rather than working together to resolve an issue. They like to have conflict going on. I'm better than that person, or that person's really a meanie head, so follow me because they're a meanie head and I'm a really nice person. I feel like that's really what we're watching with Candace and Nick and all of that. And they just want to be in turmoil. They just want to be in chaos. Let them be in chaos. As long as she end up writing that check, I don't care. All right, what we got here? Derek, shout out to Derek. People have too much main character syndrome. The Mossad don't care about her. She does have main character syndrome really bad. What is this? What is this here? Jay Witt, I watched the Nancy Grace coverage on Tyler Robinson, and somebody told me to watch that. I haven't had a chance to, so thank you so much. Situation is really bad. No one else was arrested, but furries knew ahead of time. There's literal terror organization out there, and Candace is lying. Wow. I'm going to check out Nancy Grace. I haven't seen her in some time. So I have that on my list to check out. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow after I drop baby off at school. No, we want cupcakes, Jujubee. We want pink cupcakes sent to everybody's house. Candace is now on Kurt. She's exhausting. Well, see, the problem is the Macron story is coming back like Jason and Friday the 13th, because Brigitte said, I'm about to go give you that scientific evidence, and Candace is going to be cooked. If they drop scientific evidence, they cooked. I'm just trying to tell you. I don't know where to go with that one. Well, thank you so much, Blue Essence. I believe it's a woman. I still believe it's a woman. That's never changed. Wait, where is it? Where's the picture? Oh, there's comments right here. I didn't see those. Oh, you can't. You gotta subscribe. Darn it. I still think that's a woman, though. I mean, I don't know what to do. I'm not really invested in it like that, but I'm like, I think that's a woman. And let me show you the other picture. Yeah, like right here. I don't know. Yeah, Candace's views yesterday were 10 million, almost 10 million, 9.7. That's kind of crazy. She gonna blame Mossad if she loses. Okay. Well, if she loses is because this woman is a woman. I mean, you know who we could ask? We can ask Umar Johnson. Is this a snow bunny? Or is this, and Umar will tell us. Umar will tell us if that's a snow bunny. What's wrong with me, man? Okay. Yeah, I am really looking forward to how Turning Point USA and everybody that Candace has been giving that work to this week, once Charlie is laid in the ground and they move on, I would love to see how they end up dealing with her. Because I think there's gonna be lawsuits. If she thinks the Macrons messed her up by suing her, please understand, we're U.S. citizens. We can sue you. And Erica Kurt is not a public figure, so malice would not have to be a high bar for her to sue you. Bill Ackman, he's not a public figure. Not everybody knows who he is. That's not a high bar. BB, if he decided to sue you, if the Macrons win, to me, I think that's a red carpet for everybody international to sue you for this stuff. And she's a disinformation agent. Shout out to, what's that? Is that Alton Johnson in the building? What's going on, brother? Grace and peace to you, my friend. Also watched your covering of Mira K earlier. But even before all of this, I was telling my husband that not only has she not taken time to grieve with Erica, but she hasn't even given herself time. I don't think she cares. I just can't even wrap my mind around some of my closest friends when their spouses close their eyes for the first time and they call me and say, Jason, I'm on the plane. I'm in the car. I'm there. And I'm not going to be there running my mouth talking crazy. I'm just not going to do that. I'm just like, how is this man your friend and you're telling all these stories? Allegedly, y'all were in good communication. He's such good communication that he's telling you that he's thinking about converting to Roman Catholicism, but he hadn't told his wife. He's praying the rosary, talking about Mary, but he didn't tell his pastor. But you have no empathy. You don't even care that the man was murdered on television. You immediately jump over here on this here internet and start wilding out with conspiracies. All the smoke that Candace catches is Candace induced it. Oh, she's definitely out of control. Shout out for sure. She's going to have to make a whole lot of sandwiches. If they stay with her, that's their choice. I don't know why. Was it Blair White? Candace has had a lot of dust ups with people. I kind of remember that. I don't remember which one it was, but it was something she said. I'm like, wow, like you acting just like everybody else. Yeah, that Mason thing, I understand what she was trying to say. Like, I'm a foundation. I'm somebody that was there at the beginning. I'm a foundation of it. I got it, but I've never heard that before. I am today years old hearing the term Mason used like that. I've never heard that before. So Erica is taking. I saw some people say that that Erica Kirk is taking over Turning Point. Okay, shout out. Uh-oh. Yeah, I think this is a great question. If she was fighting the Macrons because she was trying to deal with some PDF files, some intergalactic PDF file networks and stuff like that, did you just fall off the, what happened to them? I thought you were in the midst of, this was so important. But now Charlie Kirk popped up, and that's more important than what you were doing with the intergalactic PDF files. But I thought that was really important because you're going to bring down the whole global net. What happened? Now you're over here fighting with Charlie Kirk's people. And mind you, you're not over there like I need to take some time. I got to really regroup and regather. You over here with a brand new conspiracies. Brand new conspiracies, never heard of, hot off the conspiracy press. Everything Candace gets, she deserves. She deserves every bit of it. There you are. Good to see you, Violet. Thank you so much for stopping through. It's no wonder she supports Kanye West. He also lost $1 billion after his threatened the Jews. There you go. That's a good point too. Okay, somebody said I was wrong about this, so let me know. Y'all tell me real quick. Is it weird to you that everything she talked about as it relates to Charlie Kirk, she didn't talk about his faith. She didn't really talk much about him as his family, being a father, a husband. Any of that stuff really about him. She talked a lot about doggone Kanye West. Am I just the only one that thought that was weird? That literally she exegeted Kanye West's song, not his favorite Bible passage, or I went to visit church with him and his pastor was preaching about this, or he mentioned his pastor in this way. She talked about Kanye West. Is that, am I just being petty? Please tell me if I'm being petty. It's okay. I'll accept it. I can't believe we lost Charlie. And now we're left with Candace, Nick, white supremacist, Fuentes, Ian Carroll, and Tucker Carlson. And you know what? Carlson. I see how you did that. No, I think we have to remember there are quite a few, if not a large number of people who have been listening to Charlie Kirk, who are solid in their faith, who want to get out there and engage the culture. And now they realize, you know what? I need to get out here and engage the culture. I don't think we're left with these yahoos. I think there are far more people, good quality people, to carry on the torch of what Charlie Kirk was doing than those people that you listed. That's just my take on it. There you go, Violet. Y'all go check out what my sister's doing over there at Berean Babes. Yeah, a lot of people saying that, man. They said, look, I gave up on Candace a hot minute ago. She cried wolf too many times, but then also she cried some weird stuff. I mean, some of the stuff she said was really wackadoodle. Now, I will say I think she was on the money with what she said about BLM. I do think that she was on spot. What she said about Kamala Harris, I don't think that was good. And it seemed a little bit, in my opinion, it seemed a lot, very gossipy, extremely gossipy, in my opinion. Okay, lots of good family reunion going on in here. She said Ben Shapiro at one point, though. Jujubee, she says him somewhere. I don't remember, because I feel like I've watched a lot of Candace in the last 3 days. But I really believe she mentions Ben Shapiro. And I could be wrong. Or she might say Daily Wire. Maybe she says Daily Wire. And that's like kind of Ben Shapiro adjacent. I'm from Israel. And believe me, we're going to. I love it. Please tell me when y'all do. Please send me a smoke signal. I'll give you the bat signal. We about to drop this lawsuit, Jason, so I can be ready. I can't. This is going to be crazy. Her 2026 is going to be a mess. That's all I can say. What does MT say? What do you say? Chromosomes are massaged. Why are you like this? I got to bring back 0-second timeout, man. I'm going to have to put you in 0-second timeout. Oh, my gosh. You said we go sue her? Please do it. And just let me know so I can be ready for it. Yeah. Oh, that's something else I saw. They weren't even following each other on social. I don't think she was even following, if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. She wasn't even following Charlie Kirk until recently. Let me find that video. Hold on. Because we can watch it together. My wife is going to be like, what are you doing down here, Jason? Okay, here's the TikTok I found. And we're gonna watch it together. Let's go check it out. Shout out.
Know what to do other than to scroll through messages.
All right, green hearts in the chat when y'all can hear. Get this out of the way. All right, green hearts in the chat when y'all can hear. Let's go.
I didn't know what to do other than to scroll through messages between me and Charlie.
Y'all didn't even follow each other on social media. Hey, you know your close, personal, best friend? You didn't even fucking follow his account. Oh, and Candace, you don't think we noticed the fact that the first time you followed his wife was 2 days ago? Could you be more fake? You're close. Oh, he was my best friend. We had deep talks. You didn't even follow him on social media. How close of a friend was he? Look, I recognize that social media, it's not the end-all be-all of who's friends. But if you work in social media, if you are a social media content creator as your career, and you are, as you claim, at the same time, a close personal friend of Charlie Kirk and a close personal friend of his wife, why the fuck were you not even following him? You were following him when you worked for Turning Point, which means after he fired you, you specifically unfollowed him, and then the first time you followed his wife was 2 days ago. Candace, that's so disgusting.
Okay. I am not the best at following people on social, but yeah, I agree with him. If that's your job and that's your whole shtick, yeah, as Violet just said right here, Candace is a grifter. Oh, wow. So you can see when, I'm sure you probably can. Why am I even going to ask this question? But I'm sure you can see, like Violet is right here. If I start following her on X, you can see that I started following her on September 18th, 2025. But if I was following her back in 2022 and I stopped following her, you could see that I stopped following her then, but then I came back in 2025. Wow, that is crazy work. That's crazy work. Yeah, why are you not following him? Oh man, your dear friend, he hit her hard with the 1-2 punch for sure. What does she say? What do you say here, Mac? Yes, Alex Jones paid huge amounts of money for what he said. Yeah. And I don't see any reason to believe that Candace will not have to do that. I don't see any reason why she don't have a different experience. If the Macrons come back and the congratulations, you're a girl, it's a wrap. When she talks stupid about something then you need to question her when she has a scoop on something we do not know about. I think I get what you mean, Derek, but like, for example, is Candace a flat earther, y'all? Because y'all said she doesn't believe space is real. So is she a flat earther? Yo, man, come on. Don't be a flat earther. Now that I haven't heard. Candace follows random models and nonsense. Did not follow Charlie or TP or Erica. Wow. Oh, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. Juji B. If you go in an eye counting phase, that's going to be a lot. Or personal pronouns, I, my, and such of that nature, it's going to be a lot. Jews lie about the earth, about earth. What do you mean? Hold on. Is she a flat earther for real? Yeah, see, I like how you said it right here. We all love a good conspiracy theory. Y'all know I got the little tinfoil in my hat. I got the tinfoil in my hat every now and then too, right? But she always takes it too far. Where it does, it become gossip and not proving facts. Come on. That's what's up. I got sound effects now. I forgot about those. Let me see. Hold on. I got to start bringing out my sound effects. That's what's up. I think I got the air horn too. Hold on. Where is it? Oh, here it is. All right. Craziness. All right. Hey, there's my girl Amethyst Angel in the building. Yeah, this is going to be very interesting. This is going to be interesting. I wonder, does she, like, since Candace has not been a part of Turning Point for 2 years or more, did she honestly think that she was going to get a position at Turning Point? What was that whole threat thing that they did? I'll release all the emails. I'll release all the receipts, all the text messages. Like, what are you talking about? Yes, last after maternity leave, she came out and said that she does not believe in globe and NASA and moon landing. Really? I heard her say the moon landing. I heard her say that. So she thinks the earth is flat? Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah, praying for you, Amethyst. Let me know what's going on. I remember his impromptu live during a weekend on the phone. She was on a manic rant. Y'all, man, that woman is so... If y'all just jumped in, by the way, what are we talking about tonight? We were talking about... Let me see.
Know what to do other than to...
Sorry about that. We were talking about the fact that the Macrons have decided that they're gonna do an intergalactic gender reveal party. What are you talking about, Jason? Brigitte Macron to give scientific evidence proving Brigitte is a woman in defamation case. And we've just been sitting here theorizing, why did they wait so long to do this? I think they just want to ruin Candace. I think it's just meant to ruin her financially. And with that, she's going to get, if this does in fact come out and congratulations, you're a girl. Oh, it's a wrap. Wait, what is this? What is this? Candace Owens may losing her marriage also because he is only worth $8 to $10 million. She is only worth about 3 to 4. If you add those amounts and subtract what she owes, not going to be a lot left. There ain't gonna be anything left. If she get hit with a $50 million judgment or more, I don't know how they're gonna fix it. No, that is going to be absolutely crazy. All right. Praying for you, Amethyst, right here. Possible emergency surgery. Still waiting on results. Decision. Thank you all for your prayers. And this is her daughter. We will definitely. Oh, here we go. Pray for my daughter. My daughter is in the hospital. And you got the grandchildren. I know they are in good hands. Thank you so much, Amethyst. We will be praying for sure. Thank you. Yeah, send me the link. That's very interesting. Okay, I'm sorry. I read something here. Y'all are so funny, man. Okay, you do know in Vegas, They bet on everything, everything from how many dribbles to how many rebounds, everything. They bet on everything. And I just saw, are they gambling? And all I could think about, I don't even know what you said next. I was just saying, wow, what if they're betting on this in Vegas? I want to find out. I'm going to have to find out. Are they betting? I do not gamble and I do not bet. However, I would be interested to see if they are betting on this. Are they gambling? They are earning tons of money. How are they 20 million net worth in total? I don't know. That's a good question. Because I thought the husband was worth more than that. Are they gambling? Somebody look that up. Let me know. Are they gambling or betting? They bet on everything. I heard they bet on literal everything. You can find a way to bet on how many purple iPhones going to get sold. Like there's all kinds of stuff. She says she's not a flat earther or a round earth. I still don't know what that means. What are the other options? Hexagon earth? That's just crazy. No, that's just absolutely crazy, y'all. But I got you. That's it. No, good conversation going back and forth. And I just wanted to talk about this. I thought it was super interesting. I said I'd share it with y'all. What do we have here? And she says that she wants a man to lead. But if I was her husband, I would tell her to not react so fast out of emotions and get her ducks in order, then lay out all the facts. Imagine if she took this whole week, instead of being on there, on this here internet, talking reckless, actually get her story together. And still, you come out with it on Monday after the funeral. But you just let it marinate. Make sure you check your sources. Make sure you got your dates on your text messages. All that stuff like that. How would that have hurt her? Now, granted, she would not have had 10 million views yesterday, and I totally get it. But she's going to end up owing all that money back anyway. It's a donut earth. Oh, my gosh. But that's round, though, right? It's kind of like roundish flat. I don't know, man. I have no idea how this works. Hexagon earth is crazy. We'll ask the aliens what the earth looks like. How can earth be fake if Jews have space lasers? I don't know. I don't even know how this game is played anymore. We are in Calvin Ball territory. I have no idea how this is played. 4 kids under 5 plus content creator, postpartum psychosis. I wonder if the odds in Vegas are on it. You know what? That's a great question. Yeah. And by the way, this is Amethyst Angel. I told y'all we have a subscriber who's really been on that point, and this is her right here. And I think you're on the money. She started with Brigitte before Candace got pregnant with her last child. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Oh, this is interesting. She sounds like Andrew Tate because he's coaching her. And the thing is, like, going back to what she said about the Macrons, she's going to undo this intergalactic, multiversal PDF file conspiracy ring cabal, right? Well, where's all that energy? Where'd it go? And don't tell me that you have to go talk about Charlie because you don't have all the information, but you have all this information about the Macrons, and you're in the midst of a lawsuit with them. Be serious. I don't think she's even serious. Let me ask ChatGPT because y'all have not given me my answers, y'all. Let me ask Chat, my office assistant. All right. It said it can't find one, but that just means I couldn't find it because I'm typing fast. And I could see a spelling error in my typing, so it said it couldn't find it. I think she's going to say too, what's going on? Dylan, good to see you, friend. What is this right here? Tell you what, someone was watching Candace and a message popped up by YouTube about, right. They took the screenshot, posted on X and laughed about it. No, I did see that yesterday. And I mean, YouTube be putting stuff on there. I don't know how they come up with some of their medical warnings. So I don't know if it's because of the melancholy tone that she was giving the message, but I did see that for sure. Let's see, lots of good family reunion. I appreciate all the comments back and forth, y'all. Candace doesn't say anything on Andrew Tate besides his many stories about, right. She don't say anything about him, but you talk about intergalactic, PDF files over in France, but your husband got this dude on speed dial. Like, can you talk about him? What about him? I apologize for digressing, but did you see where Pastor Mark Driscoll ran text message between him and Charlie? Charlie supposedly was asking to meet with Mark because he had questions about the faith. So, I don't trust Mark Driscoll as far as I could throw Mark Driscoll. So I don't trust him. But one of the things I'm learning about Charlie Kirk is that Charlie Kirk really, 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 really believed in allowing the marketplace of ideas. He really believed in the marketplace of ideas. He didn't believe at all that anybody's voice should be silenced, but rather they should duke it out in the marketplace. And if it resonates with people, then people will subscribe to it and follow it and support it. That's what I'm understanding about him. So what I mean by that is I would probably need to read a little bit more about this, but it doesn't, even if he disagreed with him, doctrinally and theologically, Charlie Kirk was willing to have conversations with people, Catholics, for crying out loud. That's what you saw that in the video I dropped today. He talks about how much he loves Catholics and wants to engage with them. He had no problem engaging with people who had different ideas and different views than him. So for him to say he was talking to Mark Driscoll about faith, I need to read that myself and see if I come to the same conclusion that Mark does, because I don't trust Mark. I do think it's kind of low class to be reading somebody's text messages out. That's low class, but it's Mark Driscoll. So what are we talking about? That being the case, I don't think that he might have wanted to just have a dialogue with him. Maybe wanted to bring him on and have a round table discussion about something. I don't know. Driscoll is one of the last people anybody should be asking about faith, right? Uncritically. But since Driscoll follows a different faith, I'm not surprised. Right. I just think, I don't know. I have no idea why he was engaging with him. And look, I feel challenged because there's some people that Charlie Kirk was willing to engage with that I would not have even touched with a 10-foot pole. I'm like, dang, man, what's wrong with me? So I kind of understand what he was doing. And again, you don't have to. If you feel like it's better to keep people at arm's length and not even engage them in dialogue and such like that, I think that's fine. But and I do think that it allows for us to sharpen our tools. It allows us to hone our arguments a little bit more, dealing with somebody who disagrees with us. So there's that. I don't think a lot of her fans are American. No question about it. Don't believe Driscoll. I'm with you there. Candace is out of pocket, spilling whatever tea that's not hers to spill, as if she's the wife, which is crazy work, right? And her attack against Protestants has been disgusting. I kind of want to hear what else she had to say about Protestants, because I wouldn't be opposed to hearing. I want to hear, like, did she do a whole segment on Protestants, or did she just kind of throw out little jabs and whatnot? I want to hear what she said. I don't know. Bernice said, did Erica know about their friendship? I want to know, did Charlie know about their friendship? Because it don't seem like anybody did except Candace. What's going on, Shar? How are you? Grace and peace to you, friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. This would be so absolutely bonkers. Waiting on Candace's GoFundMe. And no, I'm not donating. That would be crazy. If she rolls up with a GoFundMe, do you know how bad she would get played? Oh my gosh. What do we say here? MT says, on a serious note, the fact that she's asked so many people to release their conversations with him is so demonic. The man is not here. Imagine passing and people are just sharing your conversations. Right. But even worse than that, she's asking them to share theirs and she herself has not shared. Why don't you put everything out, Candace? Put it all out. Every text message, every email, every smoke signal, every third grade, do you like me? Circle yes, circle no, no. Put it all out there yourself. And then force everybody else to show their hands. Don't try to sit there and say, you show it or I'm going to show mine. No, you go and put yours out there, Candace, if you're a big girl. Because I don't think she has it, truth be told. If she felt this about Israel and Jews, why does she work with them for so long at all? Why does she have Jewish lawyers now? How about that question? If they're so bad, why do you have Jewish lawyers now? It just doesn't sit right with me. The whole now that Charlie's gone, let me tell you what he believed is just, no, I agree. That's totally inappropriate. Totally inappropriate. Benny Johnson had Charlie's pastor on today. Oh, really? Charlie went to my sister's church, Calvary Chapel, Thousand Oaks. That's when that man prayed today. He'll be giving the gospel message on Sunday. There we go. Praise God. And we'll be watching the memorial service on Sunday. If Jewish lawyers win, do Jewish bakers win? Like, when do they become bad people? Because it seems like everybody who happens to have the Jewish moniker is a bad person, according to Candace. When do they become bad people? When do they become good people? Like, to me, I think she should not have had Jewish lawyers. If she's so against them, then she should have lawyers from another people group, in my opinion. She shared screenshots from March about tweet that supposedly proved that BB lied about his letter. They didn't. But see, she be couching stuff in such weird framed ways that her audience is, I mean, literally you could be telling them that I am wearing a white shirt and they will 100% argue that this shirt is bright yellow with purple polka dots. They just won't. If Candace says it's what it is. And those people just won't listen. They be in my comment section just saying some of the crazy stuff, man. Oh, she's been saying it for a while. Thank you so much. It wasn't just on our show. It was years earlier when she went to town on Protestants. Really? I'm sure it'll come up. I'll look for it. I've heard that, but I've been trying to find where she said it. I saw an article where it's quoted, but I don't see her saying it. I wanted to hear like the whole context of what was she saying when she said that. Thank you so much, Jen B. Yeah, I love how you said this. Always selective outrage. Like Umar, he doesn't want to work with white people, anybody that is white, but will have his money in a white man's bank. Always selective outrage. I agree. 100% cause they're the best. My divorce lawyer got me my house free and clear, especially the female family lawyers. No shade. You wild. Okay. Her views on Protestantism were stupid. I don't mind being called stupid, but by Candace. Yeah, I'm not worried about Candace. I just want people to see. Like, because I got people in my comments that be coming at me because I said Catholics are not Christians. And we have a different of opinion. But I want you to, I'll start with Candace as my springboard to show like This is a different religion. I'm not here to pick a fight tonight, though. Uh-oh. I see what you did there. We've been called something worse by somebody infinitely better. I agree. Y'all, thank you so much for jumping on with me. I appreciate it. We've been talking for 90 minutes and we're just having a good old time. Thank you so much for this. I just wanted to talk about the Macrons. I guess we're going to get a gender reveal next week. That's going to be great. Please let it be next week. We need that. We need that in our lives. We need the Macrons to send pink cupcakes to everybody and we could all have a giant gender reveal. So I thought that was interesting. And then we started speculating on what does that mean for this case? And how is Candace going to respond to the fact that now we know that Brigitte Macron is a woman? And what's that going to do to her? It's going to be wild town. It's going to be wild. I do want to let you know that tomorrow morning at 9:40, I think it is, I'll be on A Righteous Perspective, doing a panel with them tomorrow. Sunday is the memorial service for Charlie Kirk. We'll be live streaming that. Have a watch party here so y'all can jump in. We'll just be in the chat watching and talking in the comment section and such like that. And there's a pretty nice host of speakers, Trump, JD Vance, a whole bunch of other people in there. Erica, Kirk, and several others will be there. So it'll be fun to do that on Sunday and all of that. I think, as far as I know, I don't think anything new has happened in the Macron case. Y'all saw 2 days ago that the dismissal was filed, and I don't know when the judge is going to answer that. So we'll see what happens, but we'll see what happens. This is going to be crazy. Thank you so much, Juju B. I appreciate it. Well, I appreciate you stopping through for sure. Oh, this is a good question. Where's Harvey Weinstein? Oh, no, he said Qatar and not Israel is to blame. I thought she wanted to help him. That's so crazy. Yeah, I don't know where Harvey is. Harvey's somewhere laying low. I don't want to see her feed. I don't want to see Brigitte's feed. I don't want to see her feed. But I guess we'll all find out together. And we're going to put this all heads to bed with congratulations, it's a girl. Oh, we're going to have a good time. I don't remember what our topic is tomorrow. He sent me a text sheet, and I don't even remember what it is. I didn't even pull it up. I saw it, and I didn't even open it up. We're going to have a good time, though. Don't y'all worry about it. We're going to have a good time tomorrow, for sure. It's going to be good stuff. Yeah, that was a very interesting. Thank you so much. Pros, and pastimes. I can't imagine being a woman and my gender being questioned. That's crazy to think. I just think it's kind of foul, but hey, I can't imagine that. And I've said this before, like, why would the Macron sue if they know that they're going to have to take a gender reveal, sex test, DNA test, whatever. And I said, this is going to be a mess. And so now we know they're about to take a gender reveal, and it comes back as congratulations, you're a woman. Candace is in trouble. She is in trouble. Maybe that's why she's trying to get all the attention off of it by putting attention on Charlie Kirk. I don't know. I have no idea. But let me know what y'all think, y'all. Thank you so much for rocking with us. It has been a long day. It's been a long day. But we got a lot to do this week. So I'll see y'all tomorrow at 9:30, 9:45-ish over at ARP and A Righteous Perspective. That should be a good conversation tomorrow. And then maybe we'll do a live stream tomorrow night. Who knows? Maybe we'll do the gender reveal. I don't know. Everybody go get some cupcakes. That would be crazy. All right. Lots of good conversation. Y'all, thank you so much. I'm going to get ready to get out of here. So thank you. I will see you all tomorrow. Lord willing, have a beautiful night. Take care. Grace and peace. See you soon. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Jay Witt Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.